And just like that, it is once again leg day. Our favorite lower body workout day of the week. Never mind that it is the only lower body workout, unless you were to segment it up into calf day, thigh day, and ass day, which I suppose you could if you wanted to, but to each their own. No pump potion for this car ride. It was already consumed pre-car. And I may have indulged in an additional half scoop of pre-workout, just because it's kind of one of those kinds of days, you know. Things are moving a little bit slower for me today than usual, so to kind of get moving here, needed a little extra charge. But not a little extra motivation, because I'm motivated enough, but you guys get the idea. Sometimes, you know, I don't know if I just didn't sleep well enough last night or what, but a little bit foggy this morning, you know. Needed something to help me kind of clear up. Trying to fix you guys there. So, today is St. Patrick's Day, or at least I'm recording on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what day it is for you guys. For me, it's St. Patrick's Day. And I think that's in part due to why I'm kind of moving a little slow today, because I don't know what it is, but whenever everyone around me is moving, you know, hustle and bustle or getting active or scurrying around, I kind of naturally tend to slow down a little bit. Maybe that's because I'm trying to watch out for any kind of potential, you know, accidents or altercations, and I try to be a little bit more mindful of my surroundings. But you know, when it comes to the typical type of festivities that people like to indulge in on a holiday like St. Patrick's Day, I really don't. I don't really partake. You know, the concept and notion of taking my hard-earned money that I worked for and spending it on something that is only going to serve to diminish me long run, you know, alcohol, and is only going to serve to kind of not prepare me for the next day. I'm not too keen on indulging in that. So when it comes to things like St. Patrick's Day, or you know, any other holiday that involves an egregious amount of alcohol consumption, or you know, being out and about with others that are also indulging to the point where they might become a little bit rambunctious or belligerent, it's just not my thing, you know. So I'm going to the gym and I'm going to hit legs, and I have no regrets about it. I will be put off in a better situation for, you know, tomorrow, literally speaking, not figuratively, but tomorrow. And, you know, I saved my money. So that's a win-win. But we're going to go hit legs. We're going to do our squats. I think, you know, last time I hit legs, the leg extension machine just wasn't really cutting it as far as weight goes, and we ended up switching to the single leg plate load leg extension machine, which I did not think I would end up liking as much as I did. And so we're definitely going to do that some more today. But the leg curl machine, the hamstring curls, that machine was taken. And so our ability to kind of effectively hit hamstrings, I feel like, was hindered a little bit last workout because of that fact. We still made use of, the workout as far as working hamstrings go by doing the individual hamstring curls, but I don't know, the range of motion on that machine and with how long my legs are, it just wasn't really working. It's not very adjustable. So, plus, we haven't really conquered the hamstring machine yet as far as stacking it out goes, unlike the leg extension. So, I would really like to do that first before I move on to any other kind of alternative hamstring movements. I think once we get to the point where we're repping the stack on the hamstring machine pretty continuously, we'll probably start to incorporate leg press into the workout probably immediately following squats. Obviously more hamstring focused leg presses, as hamstrings are probably one of the more difficult leg muscles to grow along with calves, simply because I think that muscle is used to it's a big muscle in regards to maintaining your posture, so it's constantly being worked. But the way that muscle is designed is similar to that of the calf, is because it's being worked so frequently, it doesn't necessarily need to be a big muscle. It just needs to be like a nice toned muscle. So it's going to really take a lot of work to kind of get some serious results in regards to size and strength on the hamstring. Not as much in regards to the quads. Quads are already kind of developing pretty nicely. Hard to see any kind of real definition during this bulk, obviously, but I've already noticed some added meat on the old femur, which, if you guys don't know what the femur is the thigh bone, essentially. Gosh, just look at my shoulder poking out. We crushed shoulders yesterday. I'm sad to say that in regards to the pre-workout meal, it really only consisted of some Ruffles, sour cream and onion chips, as well as the Pump Potion electrolytes, pre-workout creatine concoction that I usually drink beforehand. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to have a really solid leg workout, being that it is St. Patrick's Day. I don't think that the gym will be very full. Traditionally, it's not full on days like this. So if we have the gym to ourselves, that is definitely a bonus. Shouldn't have to worry. And it's Sunday, so shouldn't really have to worry about too many people taking up too many machines, which is both a good and bad thing. It's a good thing because, I'll have free range of the gym. But it's a bad thing because it means that people who would otherwise usually be working out in the gym are going to be, frolicking out and about, like I said before, diminishing themselves and ruining any kind of gains or progress that they've made these past few days by overindulging in green-dyed beverages of the alcohol category. So, speaking of alcohol, there's a really big misconception when it comes to alcohol and working out. Make no mistake about it, okay? The alcohol industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's one of the foundational industries of more than likely every single country, especially the United States. So you're going to see probably every single far-reaching study and journal suggests that a moderate to mild amount of alcohol consumption has some sort of health benefits. I'm here to tell you right now, nothing is going to be more healthier than not indulging in alcohol consumption. Overconsumption of alcohol can lead to things like stomach cancer, liver failure, diabetes, and neuropathy. Neuropathy being when the ends of your nerves basically erode or corrode away due to the damage of alcohol, being that it is neurotoxic. And so, when your fingers get tingly or your feet get numb because you're sitting on them weird or they're in a weird position, neuropathy is that numb feeling, except all the time, no matter what position you have your extremities in. And I don't know about you, but I don't like that feeling, so I'm not gonna indulge in alcohol. Another thing too is liver. There's a lot of supplements in the bodybuilding world, both natural and not natural, that can be a little toxic to the liver. The liver is responsible for converting protein molecules into what's called amino acids, which are the building blocks of your cells, to create new muscle fibers when they break down from when you work them out, effectively growing your muscle, making it bigger and stronger the next time you go to use them. And so if your liver isn't functioning properly, it doesn't matter how much protein you get in your diet, your liver is not going to be able to effectively convert and break down those protein molecules into what it needs, albumin, amino acids, DNA, RNA, what it needs to break it down into in order for your body to repurpose those molecules to rebuild. So something to think of there. And then lastly, diabetes. There's a multitude of ways to get diabetes, but alcohol is definitely one of the more fast-track ways to getting it. And the problem with diabetes is, when you eat carbohydrates, you eat sugar, same exact thing, carb, sugar. It breaks down into your bloodstream, and it increases your blood sugar. Your pancreas releases insulin that binds to those sugar molecules in your bloodstream. And now that the sugar is bound to the insulin molecule, it can now enter the cells to feed the cells, muscle cells, bone, skin, you name it. When you develop diabetes, your pancreas either does not produce any insulin, or it produces insulin, but it's kind of an ineffective, kind of malformed, kind of half-ass created insulin that really doesn't do that good of a job of distributing blood sugar into the cells of the body. And so what you end up with is a continuous high blood sugar level, which, gradually over time will contribute to things like heart disease and heart failure and kidney failure and just a bunch of bad other stuff. So certainly not something that you want to develop if you can avoid it. So try to stay away from alcohol is what I'm getting at. Now, there's a lot of people on here that'll, they got their testimonial, I drank my entire life, blah, 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 and I bench press more than, I drank my entire life and I squat more than, Arnold drank his entire, okay, listen, no matter what you say, there's no one out there who has ever attributed their success to alcohol consumption. Think about it. Is there anyone out there who is ever like, I owe it all to alcohol? No. How many people do you hear their lives were ruined by alcohol? So I think that's really all the study and research that, you kind of need to do yourself. But anyways, this is a bit of a longer conversation, so I'm going to cut it here and we're going to get in the gym, all right?